Welcome to your Elite Weather Forecast. My name is Julie Godot. Going to be talking about some really wicked weather taking place across the Twin Cities this evening. Here we are looking at the city of St. Paul out there, downtown St. Paul, with our darkening skies in the background. It's about 75 degrees out there in the cloudy skies as we have some super major thunderstorms popping off across western and southern Minnesota. Those things are swinging around and going to be moving through the Twin Cities this evening. Very powerful thunderstorms. Multiple tornado warnings are currently in effect right now, plus numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to take a look at the radar right now and take a look at that foolishness that's going on out there across the Twin Cities this evening. All right, just take a look at this radar image here across Minnesota and northern Iowa this afternoon. You see this very large area of severe thunderstorms here. We got several tornado warnings through here, through Fairmont, through Southern. There's a tornado right there, a tornado warning cell, and there are several other tornado warning cells throughout this guy right here. We have several tornado warnings in effect, as well as severe thunderstorm warnings all along this line of very powerful thunderstorms as this thing is moving rapidly to the east northeast here. It's going to be affecting the Twin Cities probably within the next hour or so. We also have our warm front in place right here that's lifted north, and we see these showers and storms along our warm front. We have our trough of low pressure going on right here, a nice triple point in play. So we're seeing those very powerful thunderstorms. And if you think these are bad, wait till you see what's forecasted for tomorrow. Tomorrow could potentially be worse, and we can see temperatures over 90 degrees for the first time in the northern plains. So here we are with these very powerful thunderstorms going on across western and central Minnesota. They are going to be moving to the east northeast, affecting the Twin Cities here very rapidly and shortly. So we're going to keep an eye on these. But right now we're going to move on and take a look at some other things pertaining to this weather situation that we have going on. And we're going to take a look at why this is happening. Okay, so we're going to look at some of our maps and examine why this situation that we're seeing tonight in Minnesota and northern Iowa. And here we are. I did a forecast earlier today, and at the time there was no watch area, and I said there's probably going to be a tornado watch issue later today. Boom, sure enough, there it is. There's that tornado watch for western Wisconsin, all of southern Minnesota, and north central Iowa there. You see that tornado? You see those dark reds? These are tornado warnings in effect right now. The oranges are severe thunderstorm warnings. So we have a very active area of weather right in this region, and this is moving toward the Twin Cities. So we're probably going to see some tornadic thunderstorms move our way a little bit later in about an hour and a half or so. So if you're in the Twin Cities right now, get prepared now. Prepare, move your vehicle inside into the garage for that large hail that's going to be potential 4-inch diameter hail. Golf ball, we're going to see some gorilla hail possible from this. Dusty conditions from damaging winds, so you're going to see some damage to power lines and trees. Definitely going to be some power outages out there, possible tornadoes. And if we see any tornadic activity in the cities, that's not going to be something that we want to see. We remember Andover, Kansas, a couple of weeks ago where they had an F3 tornado go through. Now, so if you're on the western side of the Twin Cities metro, be prepared and be prepared to take shelter as these storms is going to be making its way to your area first. So you're going to be hit first by those severe and tornadic thunderstorms. So very dangerous situation out there across the Twin Cities this evening. So here's our situation on the ground as of right now. We have several troughs of low pressure here. Another trough here. Here's our warm front that's lifted north, responsible for an area of the smaller showers, the more isolated cells that's lifted north. We're going to see those come from the south through the Twin Cities first. Then we have this guy out here. We have our warm front. Our warm front is going to hook up with this area of low pressure. Then we have a stationary front and a secondary low. We got us a double barrel situation right here, and we're going to be seeing more showers and thunderstorms cross down here across Nebraska and South Dakota, as well as northern Iowa. Our storms are firing down there and lifting north into Minnesota. So we have this triple point going on out here that's going to be responsible for those showers and storms that we're seeing out there this evening. Here's what we're going to be seeing for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an even more active day. We have a cold front now. That cold front is going to be approaching from the west. So we're going to see more thunderstorms fire in this area of divergence right here. So we have some divergence. We have this warm front in place, our area of low pressure here. We have our rotation in the atmosphere. So this is going to create some shear force. So it's going to, that tornado threat is going to increase tomorrow afternoon as we see this rotation in the atmosphere. And I currently have watery eyes. So, because I have a fan down here that's blowing on me because it's so hot in this room right now. So, you know, the lights and everything make a lot of heat. So we have this guy here that's going to be spreading that severe weather. Tomorrow should be a very active day as this cold front approaches. We're going to see a lot of heavy rainfall, large hail, damaging winds in excess of 80 miles per hour with some of these thunderstorms. And that's what we're going to be seeing. So here's our dew points this evening. One of the reasons why there's so much weather going on this evening is that we have a lot of juice. We have dew point 69 degrees near Minneapolis, just in southeast Minnesota. Rochester right there, the dew point is 73 degrees. So we're looking at 73. This is Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, 75, 76. Really soupy air. So tons and tons of moisture to work with here. That's the dew point we're seeing today. Here is tomorrow's dew point. Goes up a little bit more, especially over eastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Those dew points 72 degrees, so a lot of moisture to work with. Very juicy atmosphere. A lot of instability going on out there. And the other thing we're going to see today, we see those temperatures in the upper 70s. We didn't quite reach our high of 82 because of the cloud cover. A lot of debris cloudiness from storms that we saw this morning around. So it was a lot of clouds. So we didn't quite reach our high temperature, but we're going to see those temperatures expected to reach the low 90s tomorrow. We expect a high of 92 degrees in the Twin Cities tomorrow. That storm system to the west, cold front, warm front as well, 92 degrees, 73 degree dew points. Bam! What? It's a recipe for disaster, okay? Very bad day expected across the Twin Cities tomorrow for that severe weather, okay? Not going to be a good thing. Not going to be a pleasant situation. It's going to be very sticky, wet, the air is going to feel heavy. It's just not going to be pretty. Those thunderstorms are going to be pretty bad. So there's not a whole lot to inhibit. Not a very strong cap in place because we have all that forcing going on. So you're not going to have to worry about a cap. You're not going to, maybe out in this area here, but along those fronts in that low pressure center, you're not going to have to worry about a cap. So it may take a little bit to get going if you're out in this area, but along that front, yep, you're not going to have any worries. All right, here's our cap. Here's our CAPE, our convective available potential energy tonight. This CAPE, this is 4,000 joule kilogram CAPE. Ridiculous amounts of CAPE. I am not kidding here. 4,000 joule CAPE? What? Ridiculous amounts of CAPE for this time of the year. This is the kind of CAPE you see in July, not in May. Mid-May, you don't see CAPE like this far north. This CAPE you'll see in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, not in the Twin Cities or the Northern Plains. This is what we're seeing today. Ridiculous amounts of cape, especially over Iowa and southern Minnesota. Here's tomorrow's cape. We're going to see more. Again, 4,000 joule. That stronger cape moves over Wisconsin, but you're going to see 3, 4,000, 5,000 joule kilogram of cape for your Thursday. Okay, more ridiculous amounts of cape. Lots of energy for the thunderstorms to build from. A lot of lift, instability in the atmosphere. This is your juice right here. Here is our cap. Cap is non-existent. Look at this. Non-existent cap here across southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. Absolutely nothing to inhibit the development of these thunderstorms. We have a little cape north of the warm front. Our area of low pressure is down there. Here's our warm front right here. So there is a little bit of cap. There's a bit of a cap ahead of the warm front. But along and south of that warm front, there's nothing to inhibit the development of these thunderstorms. So a non-existent cap today, a little bit more cap tomorrow, but you do have that front out here. The cold front's going to approach from the west, so it's going to move all of this out. We eventually won't have to worry about the cape, but this is enough cape. This is about negative 275 joules. So this is there's enough energy available to break through the cap. And you look around the Twin Cities, not a whole lot of capping going on around the Twin Cities. It's kind of funny that you use the word cap when somebody's lying. But I'm not capping about this forecast, so check that out. So we're going to be dealing with some nasty weather tonight and tomorrow. Here's what we're looking at today. We have the marginal risk of severe weather here to the north. Here's our slight risk, our enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms right now. And this is what we're dealing with, that enhanced risk for that severe storm. And we're seeing those storms in place. Tornadoes, multiple tornado warnings in place right now. Numerous severe thunderstorm warnings in place. It is a wild night going on across western Minnesota. It's a hot mess out there. Very severe thunderstorms. So it's going to be an interesting evening. All right, here's what we got for tomorrow. Now, this was interesting. Is I expect a moderate risk to show up here. I expect the National Weather Service is going to increase this to a moderate risk because the dynamics will be in place for an all-out war zone out there. Severe weather outbreak. Because one thing is those really high dew points, the temperatures in the low 90s. Now, a lot of this is conditional because it's going to depend, a lot of this is going to depend on us realizing those temperatures. We see those 92-degree temperatures. If it's a sunny morning, prepare for a rough afternoon. If it's cloudy, perhaps it may inhibit some of that development. Maybe things won't get as bad as they could be had we started with clear skies and you were able to get that daytime heating and instability from the heating of the afternoon. But if that's not going to be an issue tomorrow, then we'll see those thunderstorms be as powerful as we think they're going to be. But that's going to depend on what we're dealing with now, clearing out and making a clear morning so that the sun can heat the surface and that air can rise and we can get that lift going and that instability to increase, break that cap, and get those thunderstorms firing tomorrow afternoon. So that is a look at the severe weather that's taking place across the Twin Cities. Let's take one last look at that radar. Okay, so here we are. One more look at the radar. You see this severe thunderstorm. This big thing is what's called a mesoscale convective system, an MCS. So we have a very large MCS out here, mesoscale convective system. So this is a very complex thunderstorm going on here. So we're seeing that warm front. We have a trough here that's being responsible for triggering some of those thunderstorms. Our area of low pressure. Our cold front is kind of back out here. There is a dry line as well. So we're seeing all those ingredients working together to get those thunderstorms. So as we take a good look here, we see one See that little circle? That's a meso. So this is where our tornado, one of our tornado warning cells are. Then we have another one right there, another tornado warning cell. Let's see if I can find another one. There at least 3 or 4 of these cells are tornado warned right now, and all of this is warned for severe thunderstorm. So, whoo! I mean, it's unbelievable to look at all of this that's going on. We have a lot of severe thunderstorms, and even here, there's lightning and everything going on. You can see the lightning taking place. We see all these thunderstorms taking a very active evening here across the Twin Cities as forecast. Sometimes you hate being right, and when you're right, at least you can prepare people. So again, if you're in the path of this dangerous storm, you want to take shelter, take cover right now, and get prepared for this. Because if you're in the Twin Cities, you're going to get a 1-2 shot. You're going to get this here first, that's lifting from the south to the north. So if you're in the East Metro, Woodbury, Cottage Grove, East St. Paul, Maplewood, Egan, if you're in this side here, you're going to deal with this first. But it's not going to be over, because that's going to lift north. But then this guy is going to shift to the east, and it's going to overtake all of this. So you're going to see all of this combined together. It's going to be one superstorm out there, and this big thunderstorm is going to move through, and you're going to see those gusty winds. It's going to start off big, huge gusts of wind. We can see these here, the anvil tops here, that gust front from that downdraft coming down out of this main line of those big thunderstorms there. So we're going to be seeing that as that pushes through. And it may move through really quickly, as these things often do. Our setup has got a lot of shear, a lot of push behind it. So these thunderstorms are going to race through really fast. But it's going to be tremendous rainfall, very large hail, 70, 80 mile per hour plus winds, not to mention the tornadoes that's possibly embedded in all of this. Rain-wrapped tornadoes is going to be highly likely in this event, so you won't be able to see them, but so they can be a lot more dangerous than tornadoes that you can see out in the open. But these more than likely you won't be able to see because of the heavy rainfall that's shrouding, the heavy rainfall and hail that's shrouding. And if you receive hail, you could probably pretty much guess that a tornado is nearby, because the tornado is usually to the south of the hail shaft. So if you're seeing large hail, take cover and be prepared to receive a tornado, or at least possibly be near a tornado in this event. My name is Julie Godot. If anything changes or if it gets worse, I'll do another video. Maybe I'll go live. It's finals week, so I have a lot of schoolwork to do, so it's going to be hard to really do a live. But if it really gets out of hand, we'll just interrupt and do a live. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be back in the next video. Remember to leave your likes, comments about the severe weather, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day.